Treatments and exercises with FSHD, is there anything that can assist? I mean, we're all looking for that ultimate treatment of muscular dystrophy, and it's still some time away. But what else can assist you with FSHD?
There's lots of things, but my sister speak about it a lot, and she says that everybody says go to a biokineticus and go to a physio and go for physio. I did all of that with the occupational therapist, which actually helped me a lot, just to deal with some stuff. And then also spoke to the doctor, and the doctor said, you know what, we let you down. We should have had you with a physio for a while now. And I went for a physio for a few times, and then I thought, I don't feel anything different. So I know my brother goes, what's these chiropractors? They like to go to the chiropractitioners and stuff, like my son as well. But when they get back, sometimes they can't even get up. So there's a lot of things that you can do. We can go for water aerobics and stuff like that. My sister always says, you know what, I go for it. I get there. When I get everything on, I'm so tired. Then when I get back from the swimming pool, I'm too tired to get dressed. And what we've seen is when we get tired, we fall.
Yes.
Then you have to be extra careful not, yes. And so the fatigue is, you try everything. Yeah. You try everything that possible.
And whatever works for you, you keep.
Keep. But at the end of the day, there is no treatment. I mean, all of these, some of our younger FSHD people in the group, they still do bicycles. My son does everything. And Natanya told him, good stuff, keep that muscle going as long as you can.
True.
But at the end of the day, for me, doing exercise, since I was a little girl, I couldn't do sit-ups. We couldn't do sit-ups that they used to tell us, oh my goodness, what's going on with you? Get a rope and pick you up, pull you up and stuff like that. So if you go with a group that's normal, okay, we say what is normal, but if I go to say the gym and I have to do stuff, they always have to do different things with you. So you tend to not do it anymore.
Someone with healthy muscles or normal muscles, you have to always keep up, isn't it? It's difficult. People don't understand that you can't.
That's why you exclude yourself from any of those activities. And that was the thing that I always thought about when we were kids. None of us were really great with sports. And it's the ones that we now know has been diagnosed that we didn't know then. I can't, you always used to just sit at the side or sing with the other children and just try not to get involved there because you were always behind other people. So Natanya told me when we spoke about it, there's no treatment. There's no treatment at the moment, and anti-inflammatories that we can use for the pain, I'm allergic to. Yes. So I need to use other things that makes it very difficult for me.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to ask you, now that you're talking about your neurologist saying that there's no treatment, they don't do ongoing monitoring. And so I was wondering, what can you identify as, if you look at the medical environment or the medical services that we have to get, and we have to go to doctors and medical services providers and physiotherapists, and what can be improved to assist us more as patients with all kinds of rare diseases, I guess? What do you think they can do better to assist us?
I think it's difficult if you look at the broader, if you're going to go to, broader with all the doctors and stuff. But I told my GP that I need a doctor that knows in FSHD, muscular dystrophy, for us. Otherwise, you're going to waste my time. So she sent me to Natanya, and Natanya's really, she knows about muscular dystrophy. So we are now getting so many people to go and see her, because she said to me, her words to me was, I'll walk this path with you. If Wits University, if they're busy with any testings or stuff, like, she's prepared to get involved. So I don't know if out of the foundation, if we might be able to get awareness and maybe distribute this amongst the doctors.
Yes.
Because if I go to, now with my knees, I'm going for surgery next week. First thing he told me is, I don't know your disease.
Yes.
So how do you do with, if you're going to go to the theater, what are they going to do with you?
Yeah, so
So
the problem is not that they don't want to help you. The problem is that they don't see enough of us and the different phenotypes, that they have that data that they can assist you in your specific problem. So that, I think that is something that, but maybe there should be more interconnectedness between the different service providers. You know, overseas they've got these huge clinics, not everywhere in America, but they've got these huge clinics where you can just go there and everyone that needs to help you is there. Now, we don't have that here. I mean, they've got so many different types of specialists there. But maybe there can be a little bit more communication with the different specialists and doctors and service providers. I think that is not a difficult thing to ask.
But I think we also need to build our, our other people with the same diseases as we need to get the people to join the foundation so that we can get our numbers up and get this awareness out there, because there's no use. We have a foundation, and if you, I'm talking under correction that there's not so many people that have joined the foundation. We need to get this awareness out there. FSHD groups on Facebook. We've now joined those people, and we've got regular meetings with June Kiroshita and Gerda Brown. We had a meeting with. So, and then it's like, okay, there's a foundation. Okay, great stuff. I'm going to join the foundation. So I'm trying from my side, the people that I know that have been diagnosed, join the foundation. By talking about this, my daughter came last week and she said, this one, she's a hairdresser, and she said, this one lady came in and she said, but they've got muscular dystrophy. It's people we know, but we're not aware that they have the same illness. So if you see people, talk to them, get people so that we can get our more people in South Africa, so that we can build that awareness and get maybe more doctors on board.
Yes, and also, the responsibility is also on us to get the genetic tests, because once you know what you have and what phenotype you have, you know the path much better. You know what it's going to do. You know the medical treatment that you're going to need. So, if there's reluctance on people, I'm not sure why they don't want to go. It's so easy these days. I can remember when I was in my 20s, the only thing you could do was to get a biopsy. But now you can just get it. You just have to put some of your saliva in a vase, and I send it overseas, and so the science has improved. And once people shouldn't be afraid of getting their specific diagnosis, I think.
I don't know why people, we were 100% sure we're going to get that diagnosis, but with Peter Jones, they're doing everything for free. So we sent so many people that went at one stage. We sent a bulk pack to him to do the genetic testing, and if we've got that, and he's still prepared to, he helped my son now. So if we still get, can get people to send it, he's doing it for free. I mean, if you do some tests now, if you have to go and do, you're going to pay a lot of money, but he's doing it for free. So why will people be afraid to go and do it? And it's true what you're saying. I just want to see that genetic. I couldn't wait for it to come, because with COVID, it took a bit longer.
Yes.
And he actually spoke to us one day and told us they had a family in Massachusetts that they were 100% sure they've got FSHD. And when they tested them, they did not have that. So it doesn't, if you send your saliva, it doesn't mean it's going to come back and you are tested with FSHD. But then, like you said, at least I'll know what I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
So
exactly. And it's maybe better to then test the whole range of any kind of genetic disease that's possible. To test for all of them, and then which one you have and what the disease will do.
And the good news about our FSHD as such, I'm not 100%, I don't know, other muscular dystrophy prognosis is, like you said, this is not a death sentence.
No, yeah.
Yes, life becomes more difficult. It
Yeah.
definitely does. But it's not a death sentence. My mom was 74 before she passed away.
Yes.
Did she have a good quality of life? No, because she was never tested and she didn't really know what she was dealing with.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we now have that. So if you're still young, like my son, he can now make provision for what's going to lie ahead.
Yes.
But if you don't know, you can't do that. We didn't know that, so we couldn't make that provision.
But personally, I wanted to know exactly, and I can plan my life accordingly, and then you can make the provisions, and and you can get the best treatment that you possibly can, if you are able to.
Yeah, but I think also out of the foundation now, talking to you now, and you don't have FSHD, you've got a different muscular dystrophy.
Yes, I've
Just
I've got limb-girdle muscular dystrophy. Yes.
Limb-girdle, yeah. So, and I know there's Duchenne, and making awareness with us that have FSHD, because I like to go and Google these things and look at it, know exactly what is happening with you and what's going to happen with the next person, and not just knowing about FSHD. So I think that's also important that we then, by that, we support one another.
We need to learn from each other, definitely.
Yes.
I think we're almost running out of time today, so
yes.
Thank you so much, Wilma. Thank you so much for talking to us. I think a lot of valuable things that we realized and things that we have in common, even though we've got different types of diseases. And thank you so much.
Thanks for inviting me. It was nice to meet you. I hope we speak again.
Same here. Thanks.